Hey guys, what's going on? So today I thought I would do a retrospective or maybe something like on that line of my favorite alien movies of all time. There's only 7 movies. There's going to be 8 Alien Covenant that comes out in a couple weeks, which I am super excited for. But for the for the 7 movies that are already out, I thought I'd do like my top 7. Um, it's really hard to do one of these because I am such a fan of Aliens franchise, as you can see right there. Um, Whenever I get money, I like to see if I can get stuff on sale. Because some of this stuff is like expensive as all hell. But um, without further ado, let's get into this list. And at number 7, I'm gonna pick. It's kind of a tie. Um, Aliens Resurrection. Now, this is a universally hated movie, only because it really didn't need to be made, and the way they made it, it was just really stupid. Don't even ask me who the director was, because I never seemed to care who he was. It was some French guy. He directed Amelie, I believe, which was a good movie, but Alien Resurrection was just shit. They clone Ripley, they bring her back, and it was just like she has alien DNA in her, and she has acid for blood, and she can talk to the xenomorph, sort of. And there's this weird little orgy scene that was kind of off. It was just like, it was like almost 2 hours of shit. The hybrid alien at the end was crap. I just really hated it, and so that's my number 7. So number 6 is going to be Aliens 3. Now I don't have them. I only have them on my my quadrilogy. I think is that right? Set. So yeah, 3 wasn't horrible. I saw the director's cut. It's not really a director's cut. It's just like just different scenes put together. I don't really know what you would call it. I know they called it something in here, but I don't remember what they called it. But 3 wasn't horrible. It was kind of a throwback to the first one, where they tried to do a little bit more horror. No one really had any weapons. She got sent. I fuck. It's just like they're on the last Aliens. They go in the pods, and all of a sudden there's an egg on the ship. Like, where did the egg come from? Like, did the queen have enough time to put an egg anywhere? And then the facehugger sets a fire. They get ejected, and Hicks, Newt, Bishop, and Ripley get ejected to this prison island. Everyone dies except Ripley, and everyone's going, "Oh my God, it's a woman!" But there's 2 different aliens. There's a dog alien, which they basically call it a dog alien if you watch the theatrical cut. But if you have watched the other cut, it comes out of a bison. Yeah, but then you find out that Ripley has one. So there has to be like more than one egg on the ship, because Ripley got an embryo implanted, and the bison got an embryo planted. So where are all these eggs coming from? So she's dealing with that. She's dealing with the prisoners, and then the xenomorph comes around, and then they're trying to figure out how to kill this alien. But it's not like a bad movie. It's just not, one of my favorite ones out of the whole bunch. But that's it. That's number 6, Aliens 3. Number 5 is AVP Requiem. This is the second one of the Alien vs. Predator movie. Again, this is like one of my guilty pleasures. Only thing I didn't like about this is that the way the was it director or directors? I forget who directed this. The way they shot it was they kept it really, really dark, so you couldn't really tell what the Pred alien looked like, which drove me nuts. The design for the aliens weren't horrible, but they weren't all that great. Yeah, there's not too much to say about this. It's an Alien vs. Predator movie. It's really cool about the Pred alien, but the design though, it doesn't lay it lays eggs, but it does it through its mandible. So it only does it through women, I think, and it kind of impregnates them, and they can like hatch maybe like a half a dozen at a time. So this town gets just run over by aliens, and the predator has to come and kill it. It's pretty good. It's a fun movie. It is fun. Number 5, or is it? Wait, this is 4. Sorry, I don't know how to count. Prometheus. It took me like 4 watches to get into this movie. I fell asleep twice. The first time, the third time was like, oh, okay, and then the fourth time I watched it was like, oh, okay. Left more questions than answers. It's basically, if you want to put this in chronological order, it's AVP Requiem, Prometheus, Aliens, Alien 3, and then Resurrection. So that's the way you want to watch these movies. Dr. Shaw and her husband, boyfriend, partner, they find this hidden message from the engineers, this guy, about the meaning of life, and there's a map to this home world, and they find a ship, which is basically the ship that they find in Alien, and they find this black ooze stuff, and through some misadventures, everyone dies or almost dies, and only thing that really ties this into the Alien universe is Weyland-Yutani, and that's basically it. Like, if you didn't have Weyland-Yutani in this, I don't think this would be an Alien movie. Ridley Scott's back, which was cool at the time. I'm really excited for what he brings to Alien Covenant. The trailers just look awesome, and the Xenomorph looks wicked. I kind of want to know what the white look in Xenomorph is. Prometheus is a bit of a cluster, but it's not as bad as the other 3, I would say. If you're going to watch this, just beware that it is kind of slow, but it does answer some questions of who the engineers are and what they were trying to do. There is some deleted scenes that you might want to watch. I think there's an extended cut or director's cut or something like that you might want to watch, because it has more scenes in it that answers a lot more questions. There's an alternate opening scene that explains a lot. So number 3 is Alien vs. Predator. Now, when this came out, I was just blown away because I loved the Predator at the time, or I still do, and I was a big Xenomorph guy. This is basically tells you why the Predators are using aliens for prey. They were introduced in Predator 2, where Danny Glover kind of goes into the spaceship and you see an alien skull. Now, that wasn't supposed to be a setup for anything. It was just like a little nod to the Alien franchise, but everyone freaked out. The comics are great. I love the Alien vs. Predator comics. They're always fun. This one kind of finds them in the middle of Alaska, or why not? My goddamn dogs are jumping around. And what it was back in the day, before the ice caps froze everything over, this was a tropical place, and the Mayans were visited by the Predators, and they were kind of used as hosts. They taught them how to build, and in return they used their people as sacrificial lambs to basically host the Xenomorphs so the Predators could go hunting to pass their rituals. They become full-blooded hunters or something stupid like that. And so there was this big to-do, like a satellite, like every 100 years, I think it was. So Weyland-Yutani satellites pick up this heat signature in the middle of nowhere in the Arctic, and they go investigate, and they find this pyramid, and shit happens, and it gets crazy. But it is a fun movie. I like it. I like the fights between the aliens versus Predator. So that's my number 3. So you kind of basically know what my number 2s and 1 is. Number 2 is Alien. I was not introduced to this as a kid until I got the VHS box set when I was like 10. You know, Ridley Scott did an awesome job. There's something about this movie that I love. I did like kind of a review of Alien and Aliens, so if you want to go check that out. I don't want to get too much into this because I've already done a video on Alien and Aliens, so it's my movie time. I think it's number 17 or 18 if you want to check that out. Yeah, so I gushed about this one, and this box art for the Blu-ray is just amazing. Sorry, I hiccuped there. I love this. I love how they went all out for the anniversary. This was the 35th anniversary. And so you know my number one. My number one, it is Aliens. I saw this when I was 8 years old, and I just fell in love with it. I was a big science fiction kid. You know, the old black and white monster movies and stuff. So when I saw this just blew me away. And every time I watch it it still holds up. The miniatures still look good. The effects still look good. The aliens look great. The acting is still on point. Nothing's cheesy about this movie. Nothing at all. You know, because James Cameron did a lot of stuff with the miniatures, like the planes, the cars, everything else, but you can't tell. You think it's all real, and it looks genuine. It looks like they're actually driving the car or their transport and flying the plane and stuff like that. It's just really great. And you know, you picked it up from Terminator. Even if you watch Terminator, yes, it's a little dated because it's made in the 80s, and you can tell by the clothes and whatnot, but the effects are still great. Even then, I mean, even now from then, it still look awesome. So this is my number one. This will always be my number one out of the franchise, unless Covenant is really awesome, and then I will probably have to rethink about my order. But until then, guys, I hope you like this. I hope you like my top 7. You know, Alien Day was awesome. I love Alien Day. What else can I say? I was gonna do this video yesterday, but I kind of got hung up, so I'm a little late, but I'm not. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys thought. Leave me a comment down below. Throw me a like. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. And I want to give a big shout out to the Geek Keenan for giving me a shout out on his channel. You know, got some subscribers thrown my way, which is always nice. And to you guys that are new, thank you. And I will talk to you guys later. All right, check you later. Bye.